Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me today for another Alfred Hitchcock Presents review. Today I'm going to be talking about Season 5, Episode 14, Graduating Class, starring Wendy Hiller and Gigi Perreault, and as always, there will be episode spoilers. So, Graduating Class is an episode that I really wanted to like more than I did, but unfortunately, I just don't think it's all that great. It's an episode that takes a long time to get going, and I do feel like the plot is somewhat underdeveloped, even when it kind of does pick up in the second half of the episode. The ending also kind of comes out of nowhere, and for that reason, I don't think is that effective either. To be fair, the acting by Wendy Hiller and Gigi Perreault is very good. I was at least somewhat interested in their characters despite the underdeveloped script, and they make the episode watchable. So there's that, but it's one of those episodes that feels like it's just kind of there. So this episode starts at an all-girls school, and they're looking for a new literature teacher. And we meet a woman named Laura Siddons, and Laura has had a tough time. She's had some very tough circumstances, which does make me at least feel for her a little bit at this point. And it turns out she was a classmate of the principal, so she gets the teaching job. At this point, Laura meets her class of young ladies, most importantly, a student named Gloria, and after school, Gloria and her friends offer Laura a ride. At this point, we go to the apartment where Laura lives. She meets a man named Ben, who seems friendly enough on the surface, but we'll get into him more a little bit later on in the episode. He seems interested in taking Laura out. She declines for now. So now we're back in the classroom, and it seems like Gloria is very interested in class and the literature that her teacher Laura is teaching. So after class, Gloria asks Laurie Moore about a rare story by Mary Shelley, and Laura says she will try and help Gloria out and find her a copy. And you can tell that they are starting to like each other. They seem to have a mutual respect, as Laura also praises Gloria's work as a student. All of this is fine, I guess. The two lead characters are likable enough. The acting is really good, but nothing here is particularly suspenseful or anything, and I'm wondering where this episode is headed. It still feels like we're kind of setting things up. The episode just really isn't totally pulling me in. So at this point, Gloria takes her teacher, Laura, to her home to meet her mother, who is not well. We also find out her father is overseas. So it seems like Gloria's having some troubles at home. At this point, Laura visits a bookstore and finds a copy of the novel for Gloria, but sees Gloria across the street with an unknown man at a nightclub and gets very concerned. She tries to go into the club, but cannot because she doesn't have an escort. So at this point, Laura's even more concerned when Gloria is very tired in class the next day, but Gloria assures her she is taking care of her mother. And at this point, I'm still wondering where all this is going. It's not terrible, but it's not all that compelling either. So at this point, Laura finally goes out with her neighbor Ben. Seems like they are having an okay time when she sees Laura again at the nightclub with the same guy. So Laura and Ben follow them, and eventually Laura leaves Gloria a note. So we go to the next scene, and Gloria is upset and confronts Laura about following her and explains finally what is really happening. She says she is married to the man from the club and that his father owns it. She hasn't told her mother because of her health, and she doesn't want to shock her. Laura agrees to keep the secret at this point, and also Ben, who just happens to always seem to pop up, sees Gloria leave, but Laura tells him everything is okay. So back in school, and Gloria is now absent. All the other girls look very upset, and there is a letter from Laura on the desk. It turns out that Ben tried to blackmail Gloria and her mother for money, and when he got caught, he blames Laura for the whole thing, and now the police are coming to question her. And that's it. That's just how the episode ends. Really, this twist just comes completely out of nowhere. So now I do feel kind of bad for Laura and Gloria because I did, find both characters to be interesting, but the episode doesn't really build up any suspense or tension, and just really isn't that interesting overall. Like I said, the two leading characters are pretty decent, but the story just kind of plods along and is just kind of there. Overall, unfortunately, I don't recommend Graduating Class. It's not awful, but there's just nothing about it that stands out. Had the twist been better, I would have rated this episode a little higher, but as the ending isn't that great, I'm going to give Graduating Class a 2 out of 5. Definitely not a must-watch episode at all, in my opinion, but the acting is solid at least, so it's a watchable episode. As always, thanks for your support, and thanks for watching.